So this Saturday I've been working on building a guitar pedal, and I had an idea I wanted to try for actually printing a design on the case of the pedal. There's a lot of methods to have any art on a custom-made pedal. The one I found the most intriguing is a toner transfer, and that is a method whereby you print your front panel design on a laser printer. Then you use a clothes iron to apply heat to the paper and the pedal case, and in that way bond the toner from the paper to the case. Then it should be possible to remove the paper, usually by making it wet and letting it disintegrate, and the design should be sticking to the pedal case. This should work, but the downside for me is that laser printers are generally horrible at printing colors. The design I wanted to put on the pedal had colors. There is one thing I wanted to try though, and that is using a dye sublimation printer. And hopefully that will work the same way as a toner transfer, but instead of transferring the toner, it will be transferring the dye that has been sublimated on the photo paper. This is a Canon CP1500, and it actually produces pretty nice prints of my pictures. So yeah, that's the primary use case I got it for. This printer can print at 300 dpi, and the maximum paper size is 10 centimeters by 15 centimeters. And if I can get close to this, you can actually see that there is no artifacts you normally have with laser printers, where it's using dots to produce color gradients, because it's actually putting colors on top of each other by printing it in 3 stages with multiple colors. This is actually my initial test print. This is a few cutout pieces of a printed photo from this printer, and the various strips have different times of heating and letting it cool down and soaking it, and that produces pretty different results. So here is one of the test prints I made. It's always fun to see this thing work because it prints the colors in passes. So it just finished the magenta pass, and now it will print the blue one, which completes the image. And actually it will do a 4th pass here where it prints the clear coat, and that's why I unplugged the printer now to make it abort printing instantly and then turn it back on. And while it's rebooting, it will figure out that there is still printer stuck in it, and it will eject the print without any protective clear coat on it. And I assume that not having the clear coat on it will help the ink on the paper stick to the pedal a lot better. And there you go, a color print. Then this print is stuck on top of the pedal, and I will use a clothes iron to heat it up and hopefully make the ink stick to the pedal instead of, the paper. On this first try I had the heat on the iron set to max, and I have no idea what temperature this thing goes up to. But at least it was quick. I spent about 2 minutes to heat this thing up. And yeah, at some point here I forgot to add a bit of baking paper in between, and it makes the paper back stick to the iron, and it's kind of made a mess of everything. The next step was soaking it in a bit of water to make the paper release easier. And after removing it, I realized 2 things. First of all, it didn't work very well. And second of all, I forgot to flip the image before printing it. So this was ruined anyway. I have done a few iterations of printing it and grilling it and trying it again. And this is a recording of the final one I did that I showed at the start. And this time I cut the printout into the right size, so it makes aligning it a lot easier. And I didn't forget the baking sheet, and then it's just plugging it in and waiting for it to heat up and start bubbling. And in this try I also lowered the heat a bit, and in the end I took about 2 minutes heating this thing up. The pedal I use here is sanded before I try this, because the cases I got did come with a white powder coating from the factory, but it's not very smooth. It has a bit of a texture to it, so I sanded it down so it's perfectly flat. And that's also why the corners have some aluminium showing through, because I did not sand it perfectly flat apparently at the edges. The test strips I did on the back of the pedal case are actually done without sanding the surface whatsoever. And to my surprise, there are several parts that stuck to it fairly consistently, which I did not expect at all. I just wanted to try if it would stick at all at this point and not have any good coverage of it. So yeah, here I am trying to make it heat a bit more evenly, because I have no clue how evenly clothes iron is actually heated up. I also assumed that applying a bit of pressure here would give it a better result in the end. I have actually no clue what I'm doing. I'm just winging it here and hoping for the best. So this is the result it has after letting it soak a bit and trying to peel it off. It is a bit weird because there is parts where there's no plastic stuck to it and the print has transferred over great. And there is also parts where the plastic itself from the glossy paper has transferred over and is on top of the print. And both parts look great, but if I try to remove parts of the plastic, it will pull away the ink from the pedal case again. So to make this work perfectly, I would need to have a way to either have all the plastic on top of it and then leave it on, or have none of it transferred over and still have a consistent image, which has turned out to be not super easy. But at least I now know that it is a possibility to use one of these printers with dye sublimation to make a nicely designed pedal case. Maybe one of the people that have been using the regular toner transfer method to designing pedal cases can get better results than me with this method. I think that this case is somewhat salvageable. At least a few of the bad parts will be hidden with knobs and buttons that will be installed in front of this. And yeah, I guess I will be making a video in the future detailing the electronics that go into this and how it actually sounds. But as of now, this will be a birthday present, so I cannot show off everything yet. So in any case, thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the video somewhere below, I don't know, if you have any ideas on how to improve this process.